In this episode of E-Bikes for Seniors, we're going to look at the issue of range. Is it important? How do you maximize it? What are the factors that go into it? Stay tuned. When you're looking at range, the variables are common no matter what type of e-bike you buy. And those are the total weight on the bike, the terrain you're running over, how much you start and stop, the weather, your tire pressure, and how much of your electronic equipment, like your lights, that you're using. So let's look at each of those in a little more detail. When looking at electric bikes for seniors, the easiest thing to measure empirically is the battery. On this beautiful Magicycle Deer, it has a 20 amp hour battery, while my Magicycle Cruiser only has a 15 amp hour battery. So right off the top, this one has more ability to power that 750 watt motor than the Cruiser does, so it is going to go farther. The next thing that you need to take into account in terms of range is the weight of the rider. If you're light and only weigh 120 pounds, well, the motor's not going to do as much work to push you forward. But if you're a 6'5", 250 pound alpha male, well, it's going to take more juice to move you the same distance. So whatever you can do to reduce the weight will increase your range. And that kind of leads into how much you start and stop. You already know this from driving a car, that if you jackrabbit off the start at a traffic light, you're going to consume more gas and your mileage is going to go down. Same exact thing here for e-bikes. So gentle starts will conserve your power, and obviously you want to try and minimize those, because that getting going takes more effort than just staying moving. Using electrical components, if you're burning your light, if you have a brake light, every time you hit the brakes or have your light on, that's going to take out more power out of your battery. And again, just like on an automobile, tire pressure matters. The lower the tire pressure, the greater the rolling resistance. So you need to figure out what the right tire pressure is, and I'm going to have an episode just on tire pressure in the future. So what can you do to improve your range? Well, one quick and dirty thing is you minimize the use of the throttle. Every time you hit the throttle, you're throwing extra energy into the motor. And then that leads to the fact that if you pedal more, you'll reduce the drain on the motor. And if it's a real issue in terms of needing more range, well, you can always get an extra battery and carry that on the back on your rack, and you'll be good to go. So if you pay attention to those things as you look at electric bikes for seniors, you can maximize your range. And I tell you, I just love the 20 amp hour battery here on this Magicycle Deer, because I know as much as I pedal, I'm never going to have a problem with range. Comments? Throw it down below. Thanks.